Well, good morning. Hi, lovelies. Hi, how are we doing today? Hi, Allie over at A Cleaver Art. We are up in the studio this morning, getting ready to do some Free for All Friday. Um, but I try to get on a couple minutes early and prepare my space, kind of get ready, shake off all the anxiety or excitement, you know. Um, but we are upstairs in the studio this morning, so it's not quite the cafe vibe, um, which is kind of the fun of this. So, Free for All Friday, let me grab that water. Free for All Friday is exactly what it sounds like. Just an encouraging way for us to create different things together, express some different things going on in life. Excuse to hang out, basically. I've been doing these lives for a couple of weeks now. Hi, I see you. Thank you for showing up. Speaking of, we need a repost. I distract myself because I'm having fun, guys. Oh, wrong button. One second. Hi, I see you. Good morning, beautiful. How are you today? Hi, I see you. Let me see if I can click this button. Is it working? Okay. Hey. Um, so beautiful. Are you proud of me? I figured out the boards thing, so now we don't have to do this and flip the screen and everything. I'm so proud of me. I had some help, I'm not gonna lie, but how have you been? Oh, girl, already? Thank you. Um, so we were talking about how I'm cleaning up my space before we get started. So I sent the Stegosaurus. I don't have the sketchbook up here to send. Oh, thank you, boo. Thank you. I am so proud of me too. As you can tell, I'm showing up this morning kind of discombobulated, but I'm here, baby. And thank you for being here. Thank you. So just some water. Water is a great thing. Um, but just kind of rearranging the space. Oh, there's my scissors. Guys, the worst part of being me is when I get organized. I sometimes get too organized and it backfires. Oh, I love seeing you. Did you see we made 11 in the fan club? Like, they sent me a notice and they're like, you have more than 10. And I was like, oh my God. Thank you for the repost, love. Um, yeah, so, and I got the stickers up. I've been doing all the things. Like, I am so prepared for this next chapter of my life. And I've been like trying to explain to people that some of this energy, this vibe, is literally just like final countdown, engine revving to blast off. Thank you. I'm doing amazing because of you. Like that's why I've been preaching the like supporting of each other. Like guys, I spent a lot of my life feeling like Chicken Little. Coming up in the studio was my escape. Hi, I see you. And now I'm like, hey, come hang out with me. Let's make something pretty. Let's have fun. You know, that's a big jump for me. And I'm so far past like where I was that it's like, yay, let's do this together. Let's hold each other's hands. But you know me, as the closer it gets, like I am so ready. So ready. Um oh, okay. So you guys have never seen this. You've seen the bigger sketchbooks, the random like sticker type drawing fun stuff. I purposely didn't pin any products for this live because this is about hanging out and creating together. But you guys know you can go to the shop and look at all the stuff I'm making. So, oh, that looks really good on my shoulders. What's your favorite way to create? Yeah, let me speak my truth. My favorite way to create, I don't have one, guys. There's so many beautiful ways to create. That's why I've been building the community. That's why we have the print on demand products. That's why there's so many options. That's why there's clothes. Like, it's all over the place. And it's me just showing up and expressing me, trying to remind myself that we can add some color and light here and there. So, like, I consider making these videos creating. Well, I guess now it's lives. We're doing lives, guys. Oh my God. Thank you for spending part of your morning with me, boo. You are so sweet for showing up. I appreciate you. Since you are here, can I ask you a favor? I have this little sketchbook here, okay, the one I'm introducing. This is my spirit animal. I have a goal of eventually drawing like 100 of them or something, and I know I've been doing otters a lot lately. I don't even know which ones are in this. It took 2 books to do the whole list. But since you're here, love, you get to pick how we're going to do this, okay? So this is something that will be available for fans, but how I do this is we let intuition guide us. We just go, hey, where do we want to stop on an empty page? Ooh. I'm glad we went with this one. All right. So, as you guys know, I'm going to preach the reference photos because I have a very big imagination and my stegosaurus didn't look like a stegosaurus. So, let's see. Our animal today is stag, which, for those of you who don't know, is... Oh, thank you, love. Good morning. Did you get your stegosaurus? Is it not the cutest, silliest thing ever? Hi, I see you. Oh my goodness, level 6, guys. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. It's making it so much fun for me to show up, really. So a stag's spiritual meaning is nobility, regeneration, and spiritual authority. Its shedding and regrowing of antlers symbolize the cycle of life and renewal. As a spirit guide, it encourages quiet, grounded leadership, intuition, and a strong connection to the mysteries of the natural world. Well, if that's not a deep message for the morning. Hi, I see you. Thank you for showing up. So as I've been trying to create more and tap in, you know how I am about the symbols. Hi, I see you. And believe it or not, guys, deers have always been one for me. I actually found out that I was pregnant the first time because I cried during Bambi. True story. Not because I'm heartless and I had never cried before, you know, when something crazy went down in a movie, but because I like sobbed. It was like ugly crying. But it's just a reoccurring theme in my life. So, hi, I see you. I'm going to work on getting a rough sketch outline, and you're going to tell me, Monica, if we should watercolor it or color pencil it today. Normally, I don't color these in, but I want to talk to you guys about adding your colors and creating freely. And I want you to help me, okay? So that's your reward for being the first one to show up today. Hi guys, so we are trying this new thing with the boards, asking what your favorite way to create is. So if you're not Monica and telling me how we are creating this, I would like you to tell me if you're a writer, painter, do you make music? Do you just make chaos? Like, that counts. So a lot of people think especially when you are creating animals, that it's like this super complicated, hard process, and you you got to do all these crazy things. And here is the thing. I used to be one of those people, okay? I really did. I used to overcomplicate making. Hi, I see you. Thank you for being here with me. Ha 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 ha. I missed the comment. Let me see if I can scroll. Girl, what did you say and I missed? Are you laughing that you get to win because you were the first one here? I don't want to exit. Don't you do that to me. Hi, I see you. Thank you for showing up. But a lot of people, we overcomplicate the process because if you think about it, everything in art, everything that you pick up a pencil and make is one line, okay? Whether that line goes in a circle and connects itself, whether it connects to other lines and makes a square or a triangle, or you put some dots and you add it up and it equals a star. It's all about making a mark. So you just make as many marks or erases as you need to make. All right, hold on. And I think sometimes we forget that the pencil has an eraser. Some of us have erased too much and there might not be an eraser, so we got to borrow other people's erasers. So the thing that I love about this reference photo is it looks like he's kind of got a goatee. I don't know. It cracked me up. But so far, this is what we've got. Doesn't look like anything crazy. Like I said, we're just putting in like a rough outline. And the reason it doesn't look right, it's all these circles and weird shapes. There's no definition. There's no form. There's just an outline. There's an idea, basically. Hi, thank you for reaching out. I will get a hold of you ASAP. But so you just keep going in, you keep making the lines. And the reason this does not look like a stag, let's be honest. What is the most defining feature of a stag? What, no matter what, you know that deer is a boy, is his antlers, right? It's not that he's got his little refined beard. Sometimes I get whiskers. Let's be real. um, but the defining thing about the stag, you know, the whole king of the forest, is his antlers. So we want to, this guy, I think we want to make him like a 12-point buck. We just want to give him long, outreaching antlers. And what I love about antlers is they're just like tree branches. You just kind of put them where you want. Flash goal. Let's see what they're asking us to do today because we may or may not go along with it. Oh, we can do that, guys. I think that one's easy enough. So we are asking for gifts during this live. Apparently, our goal is to get the little TikTok symbol, and it's kind of cute. It's like iridescent. It cracks me up. But so just like tree branches, you want to do like a thin outline and then just go thicker and thicker towards the base. Not a crazy art technique, not a top secret thing you'll never be able to find, but just a little makes me giggle. And believe it or not, antlers are not actually symmetrical. So similar, but not symmetrical. Okay, you want to let your artwork build on it. So, hi, I see you. Hi. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys, look, I was about to show you. He looks kind of scary. He needs eyeballs, I think. But you see what I mean about the antlers, just kind of like the tree branch. You go kind of thin, and then you thicken it as you get towards the bottom. All right, Monica, last second. Are we doing colored pencils or watercolors for this? It's up to you, boo. I love making art with you guys, by the way. Pencils. Oh, girl, you know me too well. So I did mention the other day, 50% of the live goal complete, guys. Yay. Yay. Hi. I see you guys. Um, thank you for picking pencils. I've been trying to use colored pencils more. It's a good excuse to talk about layers and building things like, building up these lives and spending time together. And depending on who you work with, they're going to tell you to start dark or start light. And I just always say, let's go neutral. Let's find a middle place, and then we can add lights and shadows as we need. Because you don't got to be one or the other. Okay, I keep threatening to go to the dark side. I hear they have cookies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so close, guys. You just need one more. I do hear D's get degrees, though. I don't know if that's true, but so somewhere in the middle is a lighter brown, more of a beigey, apparently, from what I have. Hi, I see you. Thank you so much for showing up. So today's free-for-all started with kind of like talking about spirit animals and shapes and just kind of wanting to create things. And I've been pushing, the support each otter so much lately. Thank you for the likes. And reminding people that like we can build each other up as creators. We can team up, and it makes a difference in the art community. It makes a difference in my world when you guys show up, when you share me. So I'm literally just going in and putting in like a light base. It does not have to be anything crazy or perfect. There are spots where I should have left it a little bit lighter, but that's what we learn. And the covering on this guy. Guys, I promise it looks like heck right now, but this is what they mean when they say trust the process, okay? So this is what we're working with. We're just hanging out. We're talking about, meaning and stories, and we are not here to make a masterpiece. We're here to make a memory. Okay, that is something beautiful too, and I need you guys to remember that. That's what eight-clip art is about, is making beautiful things. We don't always start with the best base. We start with some good ideas, and we just keep building them up. We get them where we want them. So, I'm gonna bring out this bad boy. You know how I am about the eraser. So now that I've got the coloring in, I can kind of see where some of my lines around the edges were like too loopy. And guys, it's not the end of the world if you have to undo a mark that you've made. Some of them you can, some of them you can't. So we took a couple marks away. We're going to put a couple more marks in because here's the thing. You know why this looks so goofy? He looks soulless. He doesn't have eyes. He can be cranky. He can be doing whatever, but he needs eyeballs. So we took a couple marks off. And we're going to put a couple more marks in. And it's going to change. It's going to change the overall look. But isn't that the goal? Is the improvement, the building of the layers, the making something new? We're getting there, guys. I know it looks crazy. Stick with me. This is what I mean when I say trusting the process. Do you know how many times doors get slammed in your face and you're like, oh, well, I can't get where I was going? No, guys, that's redirection, okay? So this looking like this is hey, baby, I see you. This looking like this is giving us an excuse to talk about redirection. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It just has to exist. We're giving it meaning by showing up, okay? We're defining what studio time is today, what free-for-all is, how we are creating and sharing with the world. Teeny tiny piece at a time, one silly layer, one tiny bit. So, speaking of one tiny bit, you guys hit those likes, shares, follows, give a girl a repost, comment how goofy you think it is, what your spirit animal is. We staggered upon this one randomly with our intuition today. And guys, if you want your own drawing, I promise it'll look better than this. But if you want your own drawing, I do have sketches for sale. It's something that we'll be doing live and using to build up, the art side of my life. So I'm just going in and I'm, adding some of that darker color that we talked about. Just one layer, very light, nothing too crazy. See, we're just teeny bit. Like as we add our colors, it starts to change. It's still gonna be a stag, I promise. It's gonna be some type of deer. It's gonna be art that we made together. My best cuz, oh no, I've got multiple best cousins, best friends. Family's family, guys. We support those who support us. Like that's that whole teamwork thing. I'm so glad to see you though, Boo. Thank you. Thank you guys. Like seriously, for hanging out in my crazy messy studio this morning. You have to answer the question though if you're here. What is your favorite way to create, guys? What do you make? Are you a painter? Do you identify as a sketch artist, a guitar player, writer? How do you express yourself? This thing right here, how do you open that up? Your throat chakra. Tell your truth. Share your story. Because that's what I've been doing. I'm supposed to be sketching. We're going to add some color. But that's what I've been doing for July. It's trying to share my story, trying to encourage people to, sit down and make some art, meet their own muse, find something to be so excited about that you just got to wake up early and, interact with the world. So as I've added in some of this color, the shape of the face is kind of fluffing up. No starving artist around here, okay? Write and sing. Oh, if you send me a link to, like, do you have a recording of your voice? I love to hear angels. Like, I would love to hear it. So if you, like, even if it's like, just like, thank you, just anything. Hi, something goofy. I want to hear your voice. Hi, I see you. Thank you for showing up today. We are slowly adding layers and transmuting this goofy picture into a stag. Royalty, ability, intuition. Stags are kings of the forest. And we've been talking about nature and building ourselves up. A pen? Okay, mightier than the sword. I like to remind people. So guys, I've been thinking maybe we should have like an official sketch along type thing. At least until I figure out how to get my dual camera setup thing in place, because then we could all just kind of be like bragging and showing each other as we go along together, like a creative cafe. We will have to fix that. I tell everybody all you need is a pencil. It's one of my favorite tools because of the eraser. No, I don't know. There's something about sharpening. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. All right, so, oh my God, right? So we're talking about like how we create, and the first time with a pen and a new notebook. Oh, guys, heaven, heaven. But I need to check my reference photo because yeah, I've been adding some layers. Yeah, we have a general base. This is where we're at so far. Hi, beautiful. I see you sneaking in on me. Hi. So we have gotten a couple new followers. For those of you who don't know me, hi. My name is Allie over at A Cleaver Art. I am an artist, and we're hanging out. Please show me. Send it to me. Seriously. I love seeing other people's artwork. I love creating with each other, sharing our stories. July for me has been very transformative in my art story. Oh, girl. Um, thank you so much. 10K likes already, guys. Guys, wow. Thank you so much. Like, oh, thank you. Thank you. All the things. Exactly. All the things. Um, so all the things is my favorite way to create too, is what I told everybody. I did for a long period of life say that if I could be doing anything right now, I would rather be painting. And it does still hold true, but we grow, we change, we learn new things. I really believe in always being new, high, exploring, especially with creativity. Um, but the one thing that stands true no matter what project you're working on is that when we share and support each other, it gets so much bigger. So much bigger. So changing up colors again to build things. Oh, so like, are you secretly a Minecrafter or like you like tiny figures? Oh, guys, sorry, I gotta get comfortable. Real talk, was up super early today. Like, super early today. And it's not because like I'm just too excited to sleep. Like I'm gonna building igloos. Oh my god, I love it. Okay. Okay, you guys crack me up. I am not a go out in the snow person. Like if it's less than 40 degrees, if you are not paying me to be outside, I will not be outside. I like all art too. Do you know which one I didn't mention is I like dancing. Any dancers in here? Because that's a form of creativity too. That one also involves a studio, um, involves lessons, time invested. Hi, I see you. Um, oh, you've got to dance. I tell everybody like that's how I start my lives. Is like before I hit the go live button. Like let me tell you, it's ridiculous. I'll show you guys. So before I hit like that button, I will be like, because you gotta call your comment. I get so excited, so I gotta like call my comment, and then please don't giggle too hard. But I'm gonna count it as laughing with me. So once I get here, and I know I'm good, I shake and wiggle and I do all the things. Now, that is not how I dance around my house and, while I'm cleaning or, playing for life. That is literally how I say I'm going to sit down for Free for All Friday because it is freeing. It literally lets me shake whatever energy isn't needed right now. And I don't know if it goes straight out the window or not, but I giggle, and that's a win right there. Part of the ritual is once I am free, I immediately reach for you guys and I hit that go live button. I start out cheerful and happy and I get to show up. Hi, I see you. Thank you for showing up today. Um, so yeah, you will never see me do like an official dance video. Like I think that's part of why I stayed away from Top for so long was like the fear. Hi. Um, that because I mean you guys remember when that started, that was like the thing, is the dances. Um not here, baby. I'll dance around a fire. But not on a live, I don't think. I'm not that brave yet, guys. I don't know, maybe if a couple of you showed up with me. But yeah, so I've just kind of been doing this and hanging out in the studio more, trying to encourage others to hang out in their studio or at the cafe table with me more. I really feel like a lot of us get afraid to make art, to express ourselves. I know a lot of creatives have a problem with showing up consistently. 5 fire pits? Oh my god, I'm coming over. Whole full moon ritual. I don't care. I'm hijacking your fire pits. I only have one. Well, I technically have 2. I have a portable and but oh my god, yes. Yes, the inconsistent. Sorry. And a lot of us squirrel. I don't know if you guys are aware, ADHD is actually secretly a superpower because when we can focus, game changer. Um, but we have a hard time showing up, being consistent. And I think that's why this has been so much fun for me. Is like I know that one of you guys might show up. So like I have like I've got a hot date to get ready for when I click these. And so yeah, I've got this nervous, excited energy that that we need to get out there. Guys, these comments are cracking me up. I definitely agree. Nature is so healing, and having space to explore and just kind of chill, especially so close to right outside your door. I mean, that's got to be like a slice of heaven on earth, right? You know, my front porch is my slice of heaven. As much as I do enjoy my fire pit, I am lucky to have both options. Um, my front porch is like my favorite spot in the world. Not for anyone. Yes, once you have something you love, you hold on to it, you invest in it, you don't give it up. And Taz, you were smart. You got a beautiful woman to share it with. Such a good move. Hi guys, I see you. Um, progress. Progress, guys. Layers, changes. We don't know if this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Putting a little bit of time into it, right? That's what we're talking about. Hanging out, putting time into the things that we love, we want to create. What I want to create is art that impacts the whole world. Thank you, guys. You're amazing. I see your comments. I'm paying attention, I swear. I see you is the important thing. Hi. Um, we don't have to do it alone. We don't have to be afraid. We can just build it tiny bits at a time. And that's, the whole do the like, do the follow, do the share. It's annoying. Nobody wants to say it. I want to be like, hey, what do you think of this? Isn't it this the best ever? Guys, the goal of this picture is for it to not be the best ever. We are purposely just listening to a message, making intentional creation time, and sharing it with each other. I've got the backstory that should keep me in a hidey hole. No, baby, we don't do that. Which is why the goal today is the fairy hide, because I think we've admitted that I like showing up as a fairy, one that lives on the moon, that, supports and lights people up. So that was my goofy, like, side goal, just to say that I was, like, doing something with the live today. But you guys showing up is what matters. And I see you. I appreciate you. You are keeping a star shining bright and encouraged. Hi. So I just want to remind you, like, the little tiny things we do, they do add up, guys. Every little tiny thing. Oh my God, 15K likes, guys. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Amazing, I swear. Hi. Thank you. Oh my God. You guys are going to make me blush in front of the whole world. Or at least, the 6 other people that are here. Thank you guys for showing up today. What are you making this morning? Other than me smile. So, yeah, so this is not a beautiful thing so far. It symbolizes a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing if I ever put some more marks on the paper. Hi. Guys, we have so many of our fans in here today. I cannot thank you guys for showing up early, hanging out a little bit extra. Hi. Just choosing to be a fan, like, oh my God, you guys spoil me. Like, I love you right back, I swear. Well, hello, lovely. You want to see what I've done so far? This is what we're working on. We're also working on connections and layers and encouraging other people to create. Hi, I see you. So we're building up antlers right now, and I get it. I just talked about ADHD and inconsistencies and bouncing all over the place. Here's the thing. Little tiny marks at a time. I made a promise to show up live from at least noon to 12:30 every day until the end of July. I made that promise. The first couple of days, guys, I didn't want to do it. Like, like I felt like maybe I was doing work. Maybe I had overextended myself. Maybe it was just the craziest idea ever. Maybe it was pointless. It is never pointless to show up for the things that you love. It 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 will always grow if that's where we're putting our time and intention. It's like a garden. You don't overwater the cactus. The cactus doesn't need the water. So, you know, it's all about learning to do things. And we can learn them in teeny tiny habits, little build up of a time. And when we add colors, it adds so much depth to the story. It makes things that weren't necessarily visible before more focal. You see, now we have a personality. See, just that little quirky one mark this way changed the whole angle of the face. I do that with my eyebrow, changes the whole way I look. At least I'm cute most of the time. I'm ornery, but I'm cute most of the time. It is always the fairy. You did, okay, let me see. Guys, 30 seconds. Ew, you know what? Here. Not you. That is beautiful. Monica, just because you're here and I know it makes you happy, do we need to flip this? This is my cover to play on my phone. Yes, mirror. All right. See, this is what I mean about teamwork, guys. We've been doing this so long. We've been showing up together regularly enough that I'm like, hey, I'm not sure what's. Oh, okay. I think I figured. All right, guys, we got this. See, and then I go backwards. Is this better? Can you read it? Favorite color and why? Dream you can't give up on, and what pours into your cup? And I'm not talking, your physical cup, like if you're drinking coffee or tea. I'm talking like what supports you and builds you up. Like you guys pour into my cup, hanging out in my studio, sending me your goofy art. 30 seconds. I don't know why this is not loading. There it is. I love it. Can I share it? Do you mind? Are you still in here so I can share it? It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's so funny you bring that up, Violet. I was telling, actually during a live the other day. Yes, share it. Okay. So, guys, by the way, follow Short Stack. We support those who support us. Um, so Short Stack showed up a little bit late to the live, and we were just kind of talking about what we were making. And apparently, this beauty happened. Okay, so this is just the guys. I gotta flip it back. I swear, one of these days I'll get used to it, or we'll get multiple cameras and a whole team to film. All right, so Short Stack, thank you so much, and I appreciate you letting me share this. This is what this is about: the community, the encouraging others to create, the showing up as you are, whether it's perfect or not. Okay, so I need to point out that yes, this is an ink, and it was done on notebook paper. But in the short time that we've been here this morning, we created together, and I love that. Like that is, I feel like that's what I exist for, is to inspire other people to create and to share. So without further ado, look at this, look at this beauty. Okay, this is not my art. This is Short Stack. And then the finished one, guys, look. Oh, angles. Sorry about the lighting. Look at how amazing. Drawing helps calm my mind. Yes, so I keep preaching to people that art changes the world and that it saved my life. Um, Part of the coloring book was the rewarding my inner child for believing in myself and having that dream, but it was also the here is something that can invite people to calm down and pause, you know. And the thing is, I think we are just so used to like hustle and things have to be done a certain way. And who says? Like, really, who says? Favorite color is purple. Dream I can never give up is to write and publish a novel. It's interesting that you said that because I'm talking about a book that I published. It's a coloring book. I do have a kids' book coming out on the 8th of August about truth and blue stars. It's beautiful. Both are self-published. Okay? Self-published. Family and friends pour in my cup, and love is what fuels me. Let me tell you, for the longest time, I thought it was love. Like, I am such a, like, reciprocal, I want to pour love into you, have it. Do you know what fuels me? Truth. Like, when people say, this is what I'm going to do, and they do it. No, you're fine. I love you so much. Thank you for showing up and spending some of your time with me today. I see you soon, okay? Thank you for everything this morning. Truth. Your throat chakra. Because a lot of creators do, we get distracted, we overload our plate, we forget to clean up from the day before. There's always something going on. There's multiple flash goals, all that fun stuff. There's building multiple things at the same time. Very many people I know do not sit down and only work on one project. But if you're going to work on one project, I feel that the project should be your truth. The things that you're surrounding yourself by should remind you of your authentic self. And if you don't know who that is, you can figure it out tiny piece at a time. If we have support for each other, when I feel lost in the dark, there's somebody there to hold my hand. And vice versa. That's how we build, that's how we grow, that's how we survive so that we can thrive. Okay? Survival's not the only goal. Once we have safe babies, we work on happy babies. I'm a happy baby this morning. You guys showed up and are hanging out with me. Isn't that the goal? Make something beautiful. So I love that we've gotten to have like just such good, truthful interaction. You know, there's days that we show up and it's like, man, I need more coffee. Hey, I've only got 5 minutes that I can spare for you. But we showed up. We were there for that few minutes. Hi, I see you. Thank you so much. And a lot of people are like, what's that got to do with art? Because that's the whole thing about art. Your muse wants to meet you. So excited to work with you and have you do the idea that only you can do. Like, nobody else can be Allie at A Cleaver Art. Nobody. Not because I won't let them. It's literally the only impossible thing for anybody else to do. And the reason you can't be me is because it's my job to be me. I am designed to be me. I'm programmed to be me. There's no other operating system I want to run. I want to make goofy looking deers. That's me. All right, love. That's fine. Love you. See you. Thank you for showing up. We'll just add layers. We'll keep building. Hi, I see you. So speaking of building, as I've been doing this, you know, I've figured out I want to do a couple of different style of the lives. Okay. So I'm thinking, you know, some more of these. where it's kind of like free create, learn about the community, just kind of have fun. I want to do some like set studio times that are like the sketch for sale, because I think that would, there we go. See guys, just a couple marks making a big difference. I did not like the shape of the nose. Always been a thing in my life. But little trick art-wise, I will give you some actual art tips today. When you're trying to build shadow, you see how this line is so dark? It's not because the form, like me, I'm not just light, okay? So like right here, where this overlaps and creates space, there's going to be shadow, right? So if I want to show that I'm curving into that, I slowly darken towards that edge, right? Well, if your center's a star, how are you going to do that on paper? Got a couple paintings that might show you, but the thing is, art isn't about just paper. It's not just one thing. You can love it in a whole bunch of forms. I think I figured out why this picture looks a little bit wonkier than it should. There is white space around the eyes and the nose. Oh my goodness, yay! Thank you for building up the heart me. Oh. But yeah, so there's just a teeny bit more white space that I think when we were putting that base coat on, I didn't save room for. And guys, that's what the eraser is for, making some space. All right, so that might shape the face a little bit better. This has actually more of like a fox shape to the face. I think it might be the facial expression itself. I don't know, guys. We tried. We tried. So this is where we're at so far. See, I think it looks kind of foxy. And not like hot mama foxy. Hi, I see you. Thank you for showing up. All right, should we do one more or should we do something different? You know what we should do? We should stretch. We've been sitting for 45 minutes. One of my best favorite memes I ever saw in life was the clock in, work for 45 minutes, take a break, never clock back in. Just go for a walk. And it sounds silly. I'm all for doing the work that needs done, but I'm also down for a let's go for a hike and forget the world exists kind of moment. I did pull out this other notebook, sketchbook, whatever. This was from some of the soul art sketches that I did last year. Favorite color is orange because of beautiful sunset. Oh. Oh my God, somebody hit 200 minutes? Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Love you. Okay. See, you gotta help keep me focused. So this was a sketchbook I had when I was working, trying to, you guys are gonna love these. Trying to build up the community, practice along with like the regular course sketches and stuff, because I don't feel like it's fair to be like, hey, here's some inspiration, just do whatever, and not also do the practices. So any of the stuff that is shared in the community, I have done it or am currently working through it like actively, just like the rest of the members. But like it's just some soul art, just some random. One of my favorites. It's a made up word. It's a fun made up word. But speaking of orange and creativity, so this is the kind of thing I typically do when I've got time to sit around and do some word art and make sketches. And Just fun stuff. But I'm actually trying to find an empty page in here. I swore I had more. Some of these I can't show you because I had weird art phases. This one I can show you. So this is from 21 Day Prompts. She was how I saw myself. So things we need to notice. She's a fairy. She's got her pen, multiple canvases at the ready. Do you guys see those beautiful stockings and that pretty dress? Oh my God. But look at the orange and the wings, the creativity bursting out. You see, we have more in common than we think. We just have to share it. But yeah, guys. So, you know, I'm always talking about that dark side in their cookies. So see, these are artworks that I took more than 5 minutes. Sketches that I did invest a little bit of time into. And yeah, they're not necessarily like the same as the masterpieces that I feel comfortable to put in my shop, but you can tell a difference, you know, that layering and building is kind of a for real thing, guys. I'm so close. I can feel it. There is an empty page in here. Haha, found one. Oh, I found two. We're good. All right. So, what should we make, guys? We got a little bit of time to do something wonky and goofy. We talked about spirit animals and layering up, supporting each other. I am like really in love with the otters. Other animals that have been hopping up for me are horses. So you're the horse, I guess. All right. I think I've got like a small delay going on. So I might be floating in the dark here. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do the best I can. If you are seeing this, pop something in the comments and I can see if it moves or not. But until then, until I get radio signal back, I'm just going to remind you that I love you and I appreciate you being here. And I love that we get to make beautiful things together. Okay, so I'm seeing, okay, I got a couple hearts. We're getting something. Okay. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, thank you. Glad to know I am not floating in space by myself. Which, guys, that theme has been coming up quite a bit. Like, you know, I do a lot of mermaids in space. And, you know, when you're doing big life transitions and trying new things, especially when you're trying to like branch your outreach, the idea of being like just lost in space and you know, trying to connect, all those themes are repetitive. And I feel like if we pay attention to what is repetitively showing up, we can use it as a guiding star in our lives. So while I'm saying all this fun stuff, we took a white piece of paper and we painted it black. That's it. Nothing too crazy, nothing hard. I am using watercolors right now. As we move into next week and I get my life like actually set up, we'll have it set up a little bit better, to where maybe you guys can pick what we're doing since nobody commented in time for my patience. All right, so we gotta let this dry, and while I'm waiting on it to dry, I'm actually intentionally making a mess. Okay, we are making some music. No, it's overly wet and it's gonna add some texture. So, and it's funny because we've been talking about making our marks. So your fingerprint is your own individual mark. Nobody else can make it. So this is where we're at. It's just literally a textured piece of paper. Okay? Completely random. We just did whatever we wanted with it. Because it's our piece of paper and our time and energy. And I get to spend mine with you. I know I'm goofy, guys, but it's part of the charm, I swear. So, alright, I think we're almost dry. One of these doesn't work, and you know the best way to test when things don't work is we make marks. Not saying go cause chaos on purpose, but sometimes it's necessary. Alright, that one's working. Guys, you just draw a line sometimes. It's all you need. Like, it's talking about connections and building, and like, it really is just a line from me to you. I light up my candle, you light it, like, we just light up the sky. Do it together. Alright, so hopefully this marker will work with us. If not, we're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna get the ones we know we like. So yeah, did you see me? I just picked up 3 markers. I wasted a whole minute trying to figure out which one I was gonna use. And said, you know what, I don't want to use that one. Ooh, I want to use this one. This one makes a nice bold mark. I don't know. So far we've used gray and now we're going to use black. It's not colorful or crazy, but that doesn't mean it can't be bold and meaningful. You know, that's why I'm always talking about small, tiny things that create such big impact. 5 minutes. A like. Hey, did you know my friend paints? Did you know she's got bags for sale? Hey, we tapped on this paper. So guys, we literally all we did, a little wash of water, a little bit of paint, some color. Don't get on me about black not being a color. And I think, now I'm looking at this from a couple different angles, because sometimes the art, the craziness is already there. And sometimes you gotta kind of design it yourself. I think I'm gonna go this way and shocker, make a tree. So next time we do studio time is actually going to be like us rearranging some of these. And as I mentioned with the stag earlier, you just want to make like the line, and then as you get towards the base, you want to make it wider. That's all it is when it comes to making trees. So we have all these little spots randomly and dots, and we can just connect them. It doesn't matter where we start as long as we start. Okay? So I'm just literally going in and putting a line in where I see the shape. Like, this is where I want the line to be. There's already kind of a form there if you pay attention to the light and shadow. And that happens naturally because as paint settles, you know, different parts weigh in. And that's why we just layer it up. That's why we wait for it to dry and we go on to the next part. So guys, this doesn't look like anything crazy. This could be anything at this point. It's got potential and possibility. And we're just gonna let it speak to us and do, you know, if we pay enough attention, maybe it'll show us what it's really supposed to be. Maybe. Alright. So like I said, maybe it'll show us what it's supposed to be. Just gone in here and I'm gone from just making whatever the brush size line is. Hi, Wendy. To kind of just filling in the spaces that are like, hey, no, I need a little bit more. And sometimes spaces do need darkness. Lighting is important, but it's the shadows and the contrast that like really give the form and help us see clearly sometimes. So there's just some spots in here that are calling to me, and I'm just gonna let them Like, intuitive art is so much about just letting yourself be free, seeing what message and story is trying to show up, when you're sitting there spending time with your muse. Sometimes the lesson is that you just needed to show up. Sometimes it's not a lesson, sometimes it's just hanging out. So we're just kind of intuitively adding some lines. We're not doing anything crazy today, just trying to get people to talk about how they like to create as well. Waking up early and getting in the studio because it's Free for All Friday. So those of you who have not experienced Ada Muse Collective, Free for All Friday is kind of a post whatever you're making, share your art day, even though the community as a whole is that. It's specifically for that, so that people don't feel like it has to be anything like that's finished or perfect. Because, guys, we celebrate the messy middle and progress around here. And that's one of the ways art saved my life, is learning to celebrate progress. Learning to be like, hey, I can pay attention to this line that wants to form right here, even though I want it to form a different way. Listening to the stories and seeing the reminders. You just gotta pay attention sometimes. It's really nice when you pay attention all the time, and I think that's one of the biggest lessons sobriety taught me, is that when you tune in and you put your energy into something, even teeny tiny disconnected dots slowly turn into something. Hi, I see you. Thank you for being here. Your presence is a gift, truly. I appreciate it. But yeah, so we're up here in the studio today, just kind of making marks, kind of just seeing if we can support each other, sharing some stories, talking about truth. And guys, the truth is, like a year and a half ago, I would have been terrified to do this, to show up consistently in a way that people could judge me. Oh no, we don't do that. We hide. And guys, the problem with hiding is there's nobody else that can be me. That's not me bragging, that's a truth. Like, there are gifts that only I have to share. There are gifts that only you have to share. And if you're hiding them from me, how am I supposed to enjoy them? How are we supposed to create something beautiful if we don't both show up? And guys, honestly, I swear that's the conversation I had with my muse. I swear that's about it. That's how it happened. She said, Elena, I'm here on time every day. Where are you at, boo? And I started showing up, and it took practice, because life. I was not in the practice or the habit of doing certain things. But isn't that what life is learning to do and grow and express ourselves and build? I'm sorry, it doesn't look like it's progressing very far, but I'm starting to see like some very interesting things. It's very light, but there's definitely a face right here. There's almost like a lion kind of thing popping out right there. Definitely a tree vibe, I think. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. And we're just going to keep going with it for a tiny bit, because we've got some time. And so, like, when we started, we were like, yeah, maybe we'll do a tree in this space, because a lot of this is already kind of shadowed from where we went and just kind of played around. So when it comes to like the intuitive creating, the just sitting down and expressing yourself, there is nothing wrong with not having a plan. There's nothing wrong with just seeing what happens. Like, if you are not hurting anybody, please just create the life you want to live. Point blank. Full permission. Not that you needed it, but you guys are giving me it. So, see what I mean? Like, we can help each other, we can support. Hi, I see you. Um, and it just kind of builds. So, couple hidden stories in the art. Um, and here's the thing, guys, we're going to turn it over. See how it looks completely different? Now, obviously, it's upside down. You know, you can't turn a bat upside down and it's look like a mouse. But there's different areas that I notice the shadows and the lighting. And so I'm taking a moment, I'm looking at it from a new perspective. And so sometimes isolation is hiding, and sometimes it's self-respect, but always trying to do our best can never hurt us. Always showing up when we can, because sometimes we can't, guys. Nobody's expecting you to be super powered and, do all the things. The world will tell you you're supposed to do all the things by yourself. We don't do that here. We just make all the things. We have all the fun with all of the pretty colors. Ironically, I'm working in black and white right now. But I'm going to show you some of the lines that have like really kind of popped out in the areas that I've chosen to highlight and or add some depth to, not really highlight, because we flipped this. We looked at it from a new perspective. So this is upside right, technically. This is how we've been working on it the whole time. This is upside down. Hi. This is sideways. Looks more like a mountain or a field. Again, I kind of see several cat faces, like a family tree type thing. This one's maybe like a map or like some Aztec wall art or something. Hi, I see you. What's your favorite way to create? For Free for All Fridays, we just kind of like make stuff and share. It's something I'm like so in love with and passionate about, is seeing other people inspired to create beauty, to enjoy beauty, to notice beauty. I think is an important one. Um, guys, I'm just gonna keep showing up and saying like, let's make something beautiful together, and we're gonna see what that turns into. You know, you don't always have to have the best plan. You just gotta have a good idea. And sometimes it ends up in a finished artwork, and sometimes it's not quite sure what I'm doing here, but it's kind of been fun, so let's keep going. But that's the thing, is I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. I've been showing up. I'm gonna keep doing it, keep figuring it out, because none of us are perfect, and our art and what we create doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be true and real. So thank you for showing up today, being your beautiful selves, helping me live out a few moments of my dream life of hopefully making somebody smile through my art today. If you followed, I'm coming to follow you real quick. I'll be back at noon, guys, for At the Table with A Cleaver Art will be downstairs. Not sure what artwork yet, so you might have to show up to be surprised. Again, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me today. You really are beautiful. Love you guys. I'll see you soon.